I don't know how to dance. You don't need to know how to dance. Like, I really can't dance that good. Like, I got a little two-step thing. This is great. What's up, internet? What's up, world? Today, I'm going to be reacting to the bar scene in the movie Knocked Up, which is a family favorite, comedy classic. All right, it's a great scene because it shows social anxiety. We're going to compare Hollywood to real life. And maybe you've been out at a bar or nightclub because you've left your house at some point in your entire life. You didn't live in a garage or a basement, okay? You left your house and you talked to a stranger and you felt anxiety. You didn't know what to say in those special moments of romanticism. So I'm going to break it down for you today. And if you don't know who I am, you're new to the channel. What's up? My name is Madison. I've been traveling around the world internationally and practicing social dynamics for 10 years. I've taught tens of thousands of people face-to-face and millions online. So I'm not just making this stuff up off the cuff. Everything that I'm teaching you here today will be from practical, real-world experience that is tried, tested, and proven. So without any further ado, let's crack into it. And by the way, if you're feeling social anxiety yourself, you might want to consider hopping on a free conversation assessment call with me and my coaches. What we'll do is break down exactly what is holding you back from being yourself, expressing your truest self. Why are you running out of things to say? We'll assess all of that because clarity is power and get you moving forward in the right direction if we can help you, okay? At least take the call while it's free and available right now. With all that said and done, let's crack into the video.
The girl, she totally gave me an opening, man, and I locked up. I just want to get face tonight, though. You know, I'll just jerk it later.
Are you crazy, man? She looks smart. Who's that she's sitting with?
It's her sister.
Her sister?
Yeah.
Dude, it's the dream. What are we doing standing here, man? Let's go. Come on, follow me. You stay here. Stay here. Why? Because your face looks like a vagina.
Hey, hi. This is my friend Jason. I just want to see how my beers were doing.
This is my sister Debbie.
Oh, hi, I'm Ben.
Hi, Ben.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Just try not to stare.
She's married.
Why do you have to say that?
What?
It's a shame.
You're beautiful.
Thank you.
And she has 2 kids too.
That's kind of funny. So I like the part where he actually introduces himself and his friend, and they kind of like introduce each other. It's really great to introduce your friends. We called it an accomplishment intro back in the day, where you'd introduce your buddy and say, "This is my buddy. He saved me in the war." Or, "This is my friend. He's like really, really smart. In fact, he's going to be a rocket scientist." You just give a accomplishment intro about your friend. That's a great part. And I also think it's kind of funny where like the married lady, she's like, "Why are you ruining my chance, bro? Why are you ruining my chance?" Because even though somebody's married doesn't mean they can't feel attractive, or they can't feel like they are attractive, or feel like they're an interesting person. You know, very often people get married, they think they cut off their social life completely. But I mean, people want to feel like they are an attractive person, even like 20, 30 years down the road. So it's great that you can still make people feel this way. Don't never forget that. Just because somebody's married doesn't mean you can't talk to them as a human being in general, okay? Never forget that.
Shut up!
Well, there's nothing to be ashamed of.
You think that's going to stop him from hitting on her? It's not at all.
I love kids.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Excuse me. Hello?
A really cool phone.
What, is it a rash or is it the chicken pox?
So what's also really like hilarious here is that they make her feel comfortable about what she's insecure of. So she says, "Oh, you know, I have kids," and she's saying, "Oh, I'm this and I'm that," and she's like, "Oh, you got a great phone. You got an old phone. I love your phone." Typically, when people are uncomfortable about something, or they're like feeling like they could be judged about it, it's great to make them feel comfortable about it. And then for yourself also, think about this. How many times are you insecure about your phone? You know? Or somebody points out to you, "What is it, an iPhone 8? And how do you usually respond? Are you usually like, yeah? Right? Are you insecure about your own things that could be perceived as low value? Or do you just kind of embrace it? We have this thing we talk about. It's called feature what you cannot fix. I'll say it again. Feature what you cannot fix. And one more time, say it for yourself so it sinks in your mind. Feature what you cannot, you got it, fix. So if you're insecure about something, just totally embrace it and feature it, right? So somebody's like, "Is that an iPhone 4? You're like, "Yeah." Are you jealous you don't have one? Right? Just embrace that part of it, because you really can't change some things about, well, you can change your phone, but you can't change your kids or your life or your face. So you gotta feature your face if you can't fix it, all right? And that includes your Buddha belly, That includes your bald spot. That includes whatever you might have about yourself or your lifestyle that you really can't change.
I don't know. Google it. Okay. All right, bye. I gotta go. Sadie might have the chicken pox.
I had the chicken pox 3 times. I have no immunity to it.
We don't have the heart to tell him it's herpes.
It's not herpes if it's everywhere.
Are you coming?
You know, I'm all dressed, so I'll just hang out.
Really?
Yeah, I'll take a cab home.
Okay. Be safe.
I will, yeah.
I'll tell this story. Okay, one time I was in a group situation with several people, and there was somebody who was like, if you're feeling unsafe, we can go. And the person was like, I'm fine, this is great. And like, if you're not fine, we can go, it's totally fine. If you want to go, just say the word, just let me know, it's fine, we don't have to be here. And the other person was like, this is great. So the double and triple checking is kind of like hilarious to me. There's no lesson there, I just thought it was hilarious because it kind of like brought back memories for me.
Bye, lovely.
Bye.
All right, I'm gonna let you two get to know each other.
Oh shit, shake that ass while moving like the gypsy. Stop, won't back it up, now let me see your hips. Oh shit, shake that ass while moving like the gypsy. Stop, won't
Go to like
back it up,
entertainment news channel.
Yeah, you know, and back in the day too, we'd also talk about like when you're in a club, what are you really trying to do there? You're really trying to just waste time. You're locked in this room. It's almost like detention, my buddy Alex would say. You're locked in this room for 3 hours, 2 hours, what are you gonna do? Well, you gotta just move around. You gotta have a moment where you go to the bar, you have a drink, you have a moment where you go to the dance floor, you dance for a little bit, you have a moment where you go outside for a cigarette break, and then maybe you have a moment where your feet hurt and you say, I wanna sit down. Then you have a moment where you go meet the friends, and that's kind of like the story of the night. You know, I actually talked to my buddy Kendrick before, he was saying like, you are a story. You are a story, right? You're not a person, you're a story of a night. So, if you are a story, what are some of the elements of that story? The beginning, a middle, end, a transition, you know, a little bit of conflict maybe, then a resolution, and then maybe if you're lucky, you would leave the venue together. So my point of that is, you gotta have all these environments that you're moving around the club. You must do it. No one can stand there and keep a conversation going for 2 hours. I can't do that. My conversations go boring after 20 minutes, and I'm like world class at this, okay? But what you can do is you can switch a location in the club and it kind of like resets the conversation for a little bit. And then when you go to the bar, it resets for 20 minutes. Then you go to the dance floor, it kind of resets for 20 minutes. You go meet your friends, it resets for 20 minutes. And all these little movements around help an interaction to last longer, okay? And they're also like huge milestones that when you pass these milestones, you're now more of a real person versus being just a story.
Dude, I think he's doing the dice thing too much. That's really all he's got.
Down to the floor, now let me see your
I love your curly hair.
So about the dancing part, this is funny because people are always like, I don't know how to dance. I don't know how to dance. You don't need to know how to dance. Like, I really can't dance that good. Like, I got a little two-step thing. Can we go for a wide shot to the two-step? Well, like a little two-step, that's all I got, right? You don't need to know how to dance. You just need to be able to like move your head in like a V-shaped pattern. Kind of like this. That's it. That's all you need to do. A little bit of shoulder motion in there. And I'd also say that the funnier your dance, the better it is. Like I see a lot of people that try to dance very serious, like salsa dancing guys, or like they come to a club and try to dance very serious. And there's actually no point in trying to dance serious. The more silly or fun you are when you're dancing, the more it helps to relax you and allows the other person that's around you or people in that group to also not take themselves so seriously. There's no benefit to dancing very serious, but there's a lot of downside to dancing serious. But when you dance unserious, it allows you to just kind of be loose, free-flowing, you not take yourself seriously, people not take themselves seriously. It lowers the bar on how good you have to be. There's a lot less self-judgment, makes other people comfortable and relaxed around you. Feels like they can make mistakes, they can be silly, they can spill their drink, they can fart, they can burp, whatever. You know, just it makes everybody just have a better experience overall.
No, that's, I use Jew, it's called.
But can't you see that I need a girl that
You wanna get out of here?
Let's go, you wanna come back?
And also the Jew hair, That's another example of feature what you can't fix, right? So think about yourself. What are things about you that you cannot change? Is it your Jew hair? Is it your African shins in your legs? Is it your African wrist? Is it your musical Bollywood accent? Is it the fact that you're Asian and you learned how to play the violin when you were 10 years old? You're like the Asian baby prodigy Mozart. Like, what are you, all right? Things that you cannot change about yourself or things you've been through, make sure to display them and make them just entertaining for yourself.
Hang out my place?
Yes.
I'll show you my audition tape.
Wicked.
It's really funny.
Okay, I'm really excited to watch that.
Let's go.
So the part about when you're trying to leave a location with someone, it's kind of weird, right? It's like, why would you leave if the fun's all here? Well, there's 3 reasons why you could leave. The first reason is you want to show them something. You want to go and do something that's awesome. Like, hey, remember that audition tape I showed you? Let's go watch it, okay? The second reason is you can do something together that you want to do with them. Like, let's go to, go-kart. Let's get out of here and fly the drone. Let's get out of here and play some ultimate frisbee in the park. Let's get out of here and do foosball table, right? You're going to do an activity together. So you can kind of refer back to something in the conversation, to a bigger, maybe an event together or an aspiration that somebody wants to do in their life. You know, also somebody says like, I'm studying to be a cinematography. It's like, oh, well, come and look at my camera equipment, right? Like there's a reason, there's an aspirational reason of what you guys can do together. And the third one is just like, of course, more alcohol. That's a big one. But I guess if people are buying a lot of drinks in the club, they don't care about that. I don't know. I don't drink. I don't know what the kids do these days. I have no idea. I drink very moderately. I am like a 12-year-old boy when I drink one drop of alcohol and I'm like tipsy because I detoxed in LA for 2 years. But anyways, just wanted to add that in there.
We can get a cab take it this way, for sure.
All right, cool. So we're done. Major lessons here. I don't remember what they are, but if you rewind the video, you can go back and check them. I just thought it'd be a lot of fun to do and review because I know a lot of people are nervous in social interactions. Many of you might sometimes feel like you're anxious and you don't know what to do. You're wondering if you're doing the right thing or you're thinking the right thing. And again, this is just Hollywood, man. This is just Hollywood. You know, this is like a 4 on 10 on what you should be doing. If you want to fill in the blanks and understand it better, I highly recommend that you jump on that free conversation assessment call that I mentioned a little earlier with me and my team. We'll walk you through what's holding you back in your conversations. We'll walk you through some ways that you can solve it, how you can get better. And ultimately, everything in life comes from better conversations, right? If you have better conversations, you can get a raise. You can deal with bad relationships. You can get yourself out of bad situations. You can negotiate a car price. You can repair family members that are angry at each other. You can also get probably a date of your dreams. So to apply for that free call, what you want to do is go ahead and click the link down below. There's a few brief questions there just so we can get to know you better and figure out the best ways to help you, okay? It'll take 2 minutes to fill out. It's totally worth it. It's absolutely free. You're not gonna regret it. That's it for now. And as always, keep in touch and don't be a stranger. Cheers.